right! Throat! Still sore! That's it! I'm sending in!
The throaties! When your throat's sore, unleash a throaty. One chew, medication bursts through.
Allied's biggest ever sale unwraps with hundreds of extra savings for the first 7 days. Save on Allied's fantastic range of carpets. This velour carpet is half price, and this pure wool Berber carpet's only £9.99 a square yard. There's famous name beds too. This Silent Night double divan is down to only £125. And just look at this stylish three-piece suite. It's half price. We've wrapped up a great package of extra savings for the first 7 days, and it's all at the Allied sale now.
When will I see you again? When will we share precious?
If you've seen a lot less of your feet since Christmas, Rosemary Conley's new diet is in this week's Sunday Express.
Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes.
Oh no! Murray! We're history, Murray! She's got something new for cleaning the house!
Same old story.
But this really is new. It's Domestos Multi-Surface Cleaner!
No, Domestos!
Yeah, I've seen it up there!
New Domestos Multi-Surface Cleaner. It not only cleans and disinfects food surfaces,
It even smells fresh and clean.
but also works neat or dilute to cut through grease and germs on other surfaces, like floors. Trust Domestos Multi-Surface Cleaner for a germ-free clean.
Oh, help!
Oh, thank you.
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair!
Only if you give me a roller, oh brave knight.
But I've only got one left.
Do you love anyone enough to give them your last roller? Soft, creamy toffee in a milk chocolate cup.
Here, let me help.
Now, let down your hair!
Well, I had a flat once, it was freezing. And it's just lovely being here, because you never have to worry about being cold. It's just like that all the time. And especially, you know, when you come in and you've been dancing all night, and there's still plenty of hot water. The house is still lovely and warm, which is like unbelievable, really. And you get into bed and it's lovely and warm, and you wake up in the morning and it's still nice and warm. I mean, you just don't want to go to work of a morning.
For all your creature comforts, Heat Electric.
Next week on TVAM, Fun in the Sun is back with a brand new series. Fun in the Sun is packed full of fresh holiday ideas from every corner of the globe to help you choose the holiday that's just right for you in 91. There's something for everyone, whether it's flying, sailing, or simply relaxing. Being on your own or with the family, you'll enjoy Fun in the Sun next week on TVAM. Don't go on holiday without us.
Good morning. The news from TVAM on Saturday, the 29th of December. The government is to issue gas masks to 21,000 British civilians living in the Gulf. It follows complaints by Britons in Saudi Arabia, Bahrain and Qatar that the Foreign Office isn't doing enough to protect them from a possible Iraqi chemical attack. Meanwhile, frontline British troops are preparing to be inoculated against biological weapons, including the lethal anthrax bacteria. From Saudi Arabia, Barbara McCann reports.
British military personnel in the Gulf have already been issued with protective clothing and respirators. The added precaution to immunise them, and in particular the frontline soldiers, follows intelligence reports indicating the seriousness of the threat from germ warfare. America is also taking steps to vaccinate its troops. It's feared Saddam Hussein may have developed a powerful strain of the anthrax bacteria and other biological agents, which could be delivered in small bombs or artillery fire and inhaled by victims in the form of mist droplets. Confirmation of the inoculation plans came as the British government announced that it is to issue gas masks to Britons living in the Gulf region. Earlier, residents had complained that appeals for protection against chemical attack were being ignored. Barbara McCann, TVAM News, Saudi Arabia.
Nearly 400 people will receive call-up papers in the post this morning, ordering them to report for duty in the Gulf. Yesterday, Defence Secretary Tom King announced that 390 reservists had been chosen for their medical skills. It's already clear that some of those receiving their Gulf marching orders today won't want to go. Kay Oliver reports.
Military reservists who have an objection to being called up for service in the Gulf will have their cases assessed by the Soldiers, Sailors and Airmen's Families Association. The organisation has been called in by the Ministry of Defence to investigate the circumstances of people who do not want to go. They aim to reach everyone who has a problem or worry.
We are on standby to deal with whatever the situation is that crops up. I would guess that there will be quite a few people who simply don't want to go.
The decision to call up more Army reservists, along with 140 personnel from the Royal Auxiliary Air Force, comes after hundreds of volunteers reported to centres in Aldershot and Glasgow. The last major call-up after the Second World War was over Suez in 1956, when national service was still in operation.
People in the TA and people who are reservists know what their commitment is, and they know that they could be called up at any time to defend the interests of the United Kingdom or the defence of the realm.
Under the terms of the 1980 Reserve Forces Act, there are no fixed penalties for people objecting to call-up. However, the matter will be referred to a magistrate for a final decision. Kay Oliver, TVAM News at the Ministry of Defence in central London.
A ferry passenger is feared drowned in the Irish Sea after falling overboard early this morning. It's the second time in 24 hours that a person has been lost from the ferry Galloway Princess on its run between Stranraer and Larne. An MP is calling for tighter safety measures on waterways after 2 children and a baby drowned in a Berkshire canal. Tony Durrant, MP for Reading West, is demanding that emergency equipment and lifebelts are installed by British Waterways Board. An inquest into the deaths at the Burfield Mill Lock on the Kennet and Avon Canal will open on Monday. Mark Longhurst reports.
The children's mother, Suzanne Vasquez, and her husband Carlos were still being comforted by relatives at Tilehurst in Reading last night. A post-mortem revealed that 6-year-old Claire Vasquez, her 8-year-old sister Carla and 7-month-old baby Craig died by drowning. Police who made another search of Burfield Mill Lock are appealing for more witnesses who may have seen the mother and children by the canal on Thursday.
Obviously, we'd be extremely grateful if these 2 men would come forward so that we could speak to them. The 2 men would have walked past the lock whilst the family were there and the children were playing.
There are now calls for safety equipment to be urgently fitted to the canal. Any police findings on safety will be passed to the Newbury coroner, Charles Hoyt. An inquest into the 3 deaths will be opened at Newbury Magistrates Court on Monday morning. It's expected to be adjourned with a date set for a full hearing. Detectives, meanwhile, say their investigations will continue in what's been termed a full inquiry until all details are established. Mark Longhurst, TVAM News, Reading, Berkshire.
The surgeon who performed the unsuccessful heart transplant on baby Christy Strachan has said similar operations must continue if lives are to be saved in the future. Baby Christy died yesterday after his new heart failed. Susie Grant has this report.
11-day-old Christy Strachan died after a 12-hour battle by surgeons to save his life. The donor heart came from a 4-week-old baby girl and was rushed to Ormond Street Hospital from Liverpool after an international appeal. A medical team of 9 worked through the night to carry out the transplant, which appeared at first to be successful. But after just a few hours, the surgeon who led the team had to break the news that the new organ had broken down.
This unfortunate patient has been a failure because of acute deterioration of a transplanted organ, which is one of the causes of failure in transplantation.
If little Christy had lived, he would have been the youngest patient ever to receive a heart transplant at Great Ormond Street. Although this heart transplant has proved unsuccessful, the surgeons here are saying that they hope they've learnt from this operation and will be able to carry out more successful transplants in the future. Susie Grant, TVAM News at Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital in central London.
In the Melbourne Test, England's bowlers have staged a dramatic fight back after the team was bowled out for 150 runs. Devon Malcolm and Angus Fraser have both taken early wickets, and today's play ended with Australia on 28 for 2. They need 169 to win. The England innings started well, with captain Graham Gooch scoring 58 before the England middle order collapsed. David Gower, Philip de Freitas and Angus Fraser were all out for ducks. And the weather. Overnight there have been heavy snowfalls in Northern Ireland, blocking some major roads. Snow is forecast on high ground in northern England, Scotland and Wales. There'll be strong winds and rain across most of the country, but in the south it may brighten up later. And that's it from the TVM News team this morning. The time now is 7 minutes past 7.
Oh dear, Mike should have been here by now.
Oh, I said it wasn't wise, a man of his age. What's he doing then?
Cycling practice. He's in training for the Tour de... what's it?
Tour de who's it?
No, Tour de what's it? Oh, I don't know. It's some great long cycle race. Anyway, he should be back by now. He cycled all the way round the jungle yesterday in half this time.
Oh, hang on. I can hear someone. Panting.
Mike, you don't look too clever.
Oh, that's because he isn't.
Are you all right, Mike?
I was a bit puffed out. I went a long way around the jungle and then I got something jammed in my spokes there.
And we all know you can't spoke until you're speaking to.
What? Anyway, Chucky, how'd I do for time?
Well, I'm still timing you.
Hey? What?
You haven't got to the finishing line yet.
Oh, no! What's this? What?
Stop!
Oh, dear! Oh, no! Crash, bang, wallop! Oh, look! He's getting up! Oh, he's all right. Oh, I'm not sure about Mike and bikes.
Oh, he's good with bikes. Good at falling off them anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's okay, gang. I'm okay. I have my invisible helmet on. Let's just take a rest now. After all that cycling around the jungle, can I squeeze in here, please, and say hello to some people, yeah? Because we want to find out who you are, where you are, and all that sort of stuff. Oh, actually, why don't we ask you, seeing you right there? What's your name?
Rosemary Cole.
And where's your group from, Rosemary?
Saturday Morning Activity Club.
Oh, right. Is that what the SMAC stands for?
Yeah.
So you're not going to smack me or hit me or anything like that? Oh, that's fair enough. Great hairdo. Hey? Is that a hairdo?
No.
How'd you get it to stand up? Oh, what is it?
A hat.
Oh, just a hat. A cook's hat.
Yeah.
That's because your group has come dressed as?
Cook.
Brilliant. So are you in charge of putting breakfast together for us?
No.
No? Are you going to cook me breakfast?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, show us how you can be cooked anyway. You ready? On count of 3. 1, 2, 3, do it. Oh, come on. I don't care how many cooks there are. As long as someone makes me breakfast, I'll promise I'll eat it. Yeah? Yeah? All right. I'll hold you to that later. I'll come back and see you and see if it's ready. Good on your gang. Let's go down. Oh, talking about gangs. Look, we've got a big one here. Everyone's dressed the same except for one person. Hi, what's your name?
Andrew.
Andrew. And where's your group come from?
Loudwater.
Uh-huh. And you've come dressed today as?
Gareth Gang.
Is that as in Paul Gascoigne, the footballer, yeah? And how come you're dressed differently than everyone?
Because I'm a referee.
Oh, you're the ref. Well, you've got to try and keep him in charge. Have you got your yellow card to hold up and book him? No? Never mind. All right, well, look, show us how you can be Gaz's gang, all right? You ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Do it, gang. He's got the whistle. They've all got number 8s. Oh, he's booking them. He's booking them. Oh, that's it. You're booked, gang. How do you feel? Hey? Oh, now, come on, cheer up. Come on, we'll cheer you up. We've got some good stuff for you today. We'll put smiles back on those faces. No need to be spoil sports. Good on you, Gaz's gang. I'll come back for a kick later on. On the head, on the head. Oh, look. I feel as if I'm travelling to a completely different country. Excuse me. Hi, what's your name?
Diana.
Diana, come out here so we can see you. Excuse me, can you move back? There we go. Diana, and where is your group all from?
Westminster Youth Dancing.
And is this how everyone in Westminster dresses? No? What have you come dressed as?
Hawaiian girls.
Hawaiian girls. Hello, hi, hello. Oh, look, enough of me. I won't do it. Why don't you do it? Show me how you can be Hawaiian girls. Ready? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Do it.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and you wanna go home. Daylight come and you wanna go home.
Oh, don't go home yet. No, there's still lots to happen, isn't there? That'll put a smile on your faces, Gazza, hey? Has that cheered you up? Here's something else that'll cheer you up. Let's have a joke. Hey, Chucky, what's white on the outside and yellow on the inside?
I don't know. What is white on the outside and yellow on the inside?
A banana sandwich!
What? Oh, la la da. The finishing touches. Oh, yes, wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, well done, Picasso. How are you, Captain?
No, mate, you mean, where am I?
Do I?
Yeah, look, I'll give you a clue. I'm somewhere over there, Mike.
No, you're not. You're right here where you are. I mean, here.
Yeah, Mike, I know I'm here. I know you're there. But we can transport ourselves across to,
hang
you
on.
know...
You've lost me now.
No.
No, I'm sorry. I don't see what you mean.
Well, it's because you're where I am. Got it?
Where's that?
Well, somewhere.
Hey, somewhere!
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, hold this.
Oh, thank you.
How's your singing voice?
Terrible as always. I'll prove it.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up
Here's the quick bit. Someday I'll shut on the star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly over the rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow! Way up high! What do you want to wear a pie for?
Do you know what I want? A bike. I could get a tandem.
What's a tandem? A tandem is a bicycle made for two.
Yeah, then I wouldn't have to do any pedalling. Mike could do it all, yeah!
Oh, we don't need a tandem, we need a pentandem. Well, what, a five-sided bike? No. It's a tandem with a pen on the front. No! It's a five-seater bike. 3 seats for us and 1 each for Mike and Chuck to do all the pedalling. Oh, yes, please!
Would you like to know how they make these bikes?
Yes!
Well, I'd love to show you, but I'm going to be late for work. Bonjour. Brakes. Oh, there we go. This is the only office in the world where you're allowed to ride your bike all the way to your desk. That's because I'm at the Peugeot bicycle factory in France, where they make these things, and if you think they move quickly, you should see how fast they go together. And from the quiet, clean computer rooms, we move to the noisy factory floor where all the hard work is done. Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour. There you go. Well, what is, Oh. That's where it went. There you go. Now you've been framed. All you need to complete the job is man's greatest invention, the roue, the wheel, you know, the round bit thing. Now I want you to pay attention, all right? Keep an eye on this special yellow frame, because we've got plans for it. It won't be difficult, because there's not another one like it on the entire production line.
Bien droit, là, et tapez bien fort.
That's what I was going to do. It's the wheel. You recognise it now? Finished. You found it, the laboratory. Yeah, this is where the Peugeot people test just about every part on the bicycle. The wheels, the pedals, the frame, the chain, the handlebars, everything. Just to make sure it can put up with the strain when people like you get hold of it. Just like riding a bike, isn't it? Never forget. Now, I asked you to keep your eye on this particular one, not so that you could see me riding it around right now, because you might be able to see yourself riding it about very soon. I'll tell you more when I get back to the top banana jungle. Whoa! Time warp! I'm back already.
Oh, is that for me?
Hey, no, it's not for you. Didn't you hear what I just said? I said that people at home might get a chance to ride it about because it is a prize. You could win this bicycle, not you, Chucky, sorry, and not you, Hill.